Partner betrayal trauma, intimacy anorexia. Now, I'm Dr. Doug Weiss. I've been helping partners of trauma for over 30 years. And this piece, the intimacy anorexia piece, is the missing piece for many of you. So I know some of you have never heard the term intimacy anorexia. I encourage you to Google it. Go to our website, intimacyanorexia.com. I'm going to give you quick definition, quick characteristics, and then the insights that our latest research in the book, Partner Betrayal Trauma, has about intimacy anorexia, about him and about you, and how it reacts to the trauma. And actually, there's a piece there I want you to hear really well. So hang with me for a couple minutes, and we're going to get through this. Intimacy anorexia is the active, and it's really important, active withholding of spiritual, emotional, and sexual intimacy from you, the spouse, the primary relationship. Oh, they're good giving their time and energy to everyone else, but you feel married and alone. You feel like a roommate. You feel like a sister. You feel like a friend without benefits, okay? And if that's you, definitely stay tuned and watch all of this, all right? Characteristics, real quickly. He's too busy for you. He blames you for problems in the relationship. Rarely, I'm sorry, I'm wrong, okay? He withholds love from you, especially the way you want to be loved. He withholds spiritually from you. He withholds praise from you. He withholds sex from you, or he is disconnected during sex, okay? He's unwilling or unable to share his feelings with you. He uses anger and silence as a way to control in your relationship, okay? He has ongoing or ungrounded criticism of you. He might control or shame around money issues, but I guarantee you, you feel like a roommate. If you got 5 or more of those, you probably have a situation where he is intimacy anorexic. Now, it's possible you could be too, but I want to talk about him first, okay? Because if you're living with intimacy anorexia and then you get hit with trauma, okay, especially partner betrayal trauma, if you find out he has a porn addiction or he's seeing a prostitute or having a relationship with someone else, you're already so dry inside, so hurt, that when the trauma hits you, you're going to fracture in way different ways than a woman who's in a healthy, buoyant marriage and he happens to betray them, which is awful as well. But yours is a little different because the dryness actually creates an exasperation of your symptoms of betrayal and the trauma results that you have because of his poor choices. Okay? So, our research shows that, and this is 140 women, you know, the partners movement has always started on research and it's going to continue to evolve on research. Not some person sitting writing a book, not a blogger, not someone who has an idea or one-time experience on a man who cheated on him. I've been doing this for 30 years. There's real numbers, real facts that can help you. Get the Partners Betrayal Trauma book, please. And the Partners Recovery, Healing from His Addiction. Those books have real numbers in them. And you're going to need those facts to get your reality right. Because the last thing you do is go to a therapist with an opinion that's not supported by a fact. Okay? You need reality right now. You've already been betrayed. You've already been living in kind of someone else's world. You need facts. So, what's interesting is, we had the ladies score themselves on intimacy anorexia, and 20% or so said they felt like they were intimacy anorexic before they knew anything about betrayal. And they just owned that, okay? Now what's interesting is that went up to, I think, about 60% after they found out about betrayal. Now why would that be? That's simple. You're in pain. You're in trauma. And the person who shot you, you don't want to be close to. You might have to have closed your heart some just to be able to figure out what's going on inside of you to survive. Okay? Now, if it stays that way, you can move into a reactive form of intimacy anorexia or actually move into intimacy anorexia if you don't open up and connect with the recovering community of women and heal. Okay? That's possible. Now, what this number is mind-blowing, and that's why I want you to get all the information on intimacy anorexia you can. There's a book, DVD. You need to understand that. There's a book called Married and Alone, DVD on that. There's lots of information here. But here's what our ladies told us. 140 women all across the world, all across America, did these surveys, okay? They gave their husbands 90%. 90% of them were living with an intimacy anorexic husband, and most of them probably don't even have any language for that. They're living in this soup that they don't know what it is and why. I try to be loved and I can't do it. He says if I do this, he'll love me, and then he doesn't. Has no idea on this. So, if you've never heard that term, after you're done watching this, please spend 5 minutes, Google it, intimacyanorexia.com, get in there, take the test, see if that's going on. Because if it is, it's going to expedite your healing to know, A, that you might be experiencing more than one trauma at a time. It's one thing to have someone cheat on you or someone look at pornography, but if they intentionally are starving you at the same time they're doing that, your trauma is going to amplify. Your symptoms are going to be worse, and you're not going to know why. I want you to know why. You have been betrayed. But if you've been betrayed and starved, you need to know as soon as possible so that you can heal. So get that information. If you want to come do an intensive for yourself to heal, or for the marriage, or to give him a shot at healing, we'd love to see you in Colorado Springs. We do them every single week. If you need to be in a group for married and alone, for being a partner of betrayal trauma, we want to help you with that. Please, you've been hurt. Put yourself in an ambulance that intelligently knows where they're going. You need to be in good hands. So please, take the next step. And if this information was helpful, please get more, because this is a game changer. I have worked with probably at least 1,000 couples where they started healing from infidelity or sex addiction, and a year later their marriage was still awful because the intimacy anorexia was not diagnosed. And many of the people who say they treat sex addiction have no knowledge of intimacy anorexia. So you're not only alone, you're going to be misinformed about what's going on with you. So if this hits you, find someone who understands intimacy anorexia. You need to take care of you. Do what's best for you. You have been betrayed. The trauma is real, the results are real, and they're worse if you're living with intimacy anorexia.
So those that are watching you see you become the awesome woman you can become.